If you're in the market for a budget-friendly smartphone, you can't get any better than this. This is the third iteration of the Motorola Moto G, which just happens to be the best-selling smartphone in Motorola's history.
It's hard to believe that it actually outbeat the flip phone. For those of you who remember, the flip phones were everywhere.
Well, I'll tell you why.
The Razr.
The Razr, well, that was a good phone.
Motorola's been around forever.
Yeah, and this is the best-selling smartphone, and I'll tell you why. Because when you look at what you're getting for the price that you pay, it's really hard to compete with any other phone out in the market today because there's just so much for that price point.
It's under $200 unlocked.
That's an amazing price for a smartphone. Now, what do you get? Well, you got a 5-inch screen, a nice rugged body. You can see it in a typical Moto fashion. You got the curves on here. It feels really good in your hand. Even has a little dimple here where you can rest your finger. Kind of gives you a good spot to pivot from.
Well, let's talk about power under the hood. It's got a quad-core processor and 2 gigs of onboard memory. You know, I honestly have to say that we're kind of at a tipping point right now where the entry-level phones, in my opinion, have enough power and juice in that price point to actually be enough, that you don't need to go to these 8-core processors or these 4 gigs of RAM, unless you're doing some serious gaming. This thing will be able to do just about everything you want to do with a smartphone.
Well, think about it. You got these high-end phones. They're almost like Ferraris. Yeah. But you're going grocery shopping. So why not get something that's kind of more affordable, that's going to do 80 to 90% of what typical high-end smartphones do, but at a fraction of the price. And that's what makes this phone really special. Now, what a cool thing is, it does have a removable back. And this is something that appeals to a lot of people, especially if you want to add in some more onboard memory storage, because you have a micro SD slot right here, and of course you can put your SIM over here on the side.
Yeah, a lot of the higher end phones don't have that removable back, so you have to make your choice for memory size when you buy it. In here, with this Motorola, you can go up to 32 gigabytes adding storage on board.
And it's not only that, once you remove the back, say you want to kind of put a little fashion to this, you could actually get other backs to put on.
Vanna over here.
I like that.
You like that? So again, just removable back's kind of cool.
Plus now you got a little cover. Smartphones are kind of like sneakers, right? They really tell you what kind of style you have based upon how you fit your smartphone. It's kind of like the new headphones too.
Yeah, so I pulled out this red cover and put it on the phone, and as you can see, quite nice.
It's funny because there are a lot of entry smartphones on the market, but I think you're going to be hard pressed to find one that has a quad core with 2 gigabytes of RAM. That's a lot of power for a phone in this kind of form factor. What you don't get, however, is a 1080p display. This is only 720, but the colors stick out really nice. And I think for a lot of people, this is the smartphone for most people, actually, I would have to say.
Yeah.
Because
unless you want to be in a Ferrari, like I do.
And go grocery shopping. So if you're on the market for a budget-friendly smartphone, definitely check out the third iteration of the Motorola Moto G.